Walk through the financial district of Toronto, Vancouver, or Montreal at 7 a.m. Notice who are the people opening the shops. Who are the people cleaning the glass offices? Who are the people driving the delivery trucks that keep the city alive? And then, come back at 7 p.m. and observe who is still there, with office lights on, building empires while the rest of the city heads to happy hour. If you pay attention to the last names, the accents, and the stories, you will notice a disturbing statistical pattern. In Canada, and across North America, a first-generation immigrant is twice as likely to become a billionaire as someone born here with all the system's advantages. They arrive with torn suitcases. Their English is broken. They have no credit history. They don't have rich parents to pay for a down payment on a house. And yet, within a single generation, many of them financially surpass families that have lived here for 100 years. How is this mathematically possible? How does someone who starts the marathon 100 meters behind, barefoot and carrying weight, manage to cross the finish line before the person who started at the starting line wearing state-of-the-art sneakers? Society tries to explain this with lazy excuses. Oh, they get lucky. They steal our jobs because they accept lower pay. The government gives them money. Spoiler, the government gives them nothing. The truth is much more uncomfortable, and it's going to hurt a lot of people. The immigrant possesses an unfair advantage. A secret psychological weapon that the Canadian middle class lost a long time ago. This weapon isn't IQ. It isn't education. This weapon is strategic desperation. Today, we are going to stop talking about numbers and start talking about blood. I'm not going to teach you how to invest in stocks in this video. I'm going to teach you how to think like a hungry predator in a world of sheep sedated by comfort. If you are an immigrant, this video is your validation. If you were born here, this video is your wake-up call. Welcome to the Wealth Mindset playlist. Welcome to Episode 1. Chapter 1, The Curse of Comfort, Why Safe is Dangerous. To understand why the immigrant runs faster, you need to analyze the ground they run on. If you were born in Canada or any developed G7 country, you were born on top of a gigantic safety net. Your parents told you that you were special. The school system protected you from failure. If you lose your job today, there is employment insurance. If you don't pay rent, the law takes months to evict you. If everything goes wrong, there is your parents' basement. The real fear, the biological fear of hunger, cold, or violence, has been removed from your life. This sounds great, right? Wrong. Comfort is a sedative. Comfort is a slow-acting poison that kills ambition. There is a biological concept. A wolf in a zoo, fed premium meat every day at 5 p.m., loses the ability to hunt. He gets fat, slow, and depressed. The wolf in the forest, who hasn't eaten in 3 days, has sharpened senses. He doesn't sleep. He doesn't complain about the cold. He hunts because the alternative is death. The immigrant comes from the forest. Many come from places where inflation devours wages in 24 hours, where opening a business means paying bribes, where the police don't come when you call. When this person lands at Pearson or Trudeau Airport, they don't see the problems Canadians see. They see a paradise of logical opportunities. Wait, the currency is stable? If I work, I get paid? No one will confiscate my shop. The roads don't have potholes. To the local, the system is oppressive and boring. To the immigrant, the system is a playground on easy mode. The unfair advantage is simply the absence of a safety net. The immigrant knows that if they fall, they hit the ground. And that makes them fly. Chapter 2, The Burn the Boats Protocol, No Plan B. There is a famous historical legend about the conqueror Hernan Cortez in 1519. When he arrived in the New World with his soldiers, he saw that the enemy army was massive. The odds were minimal. Cortez's soldiers were scared. They looked at the ships in the harbor and thought, if the battle gets hard, we'll run to the boats and flee back to Spain. What did Cortez do? He ordered his own fleet to be burned. As the ships caught fire, he turned to his terrified men and said, "Now, we either win or we die here. There is no going home." They won. The immigrant lives the burn the boats protocol every day. Most sold their house, car, and furniture in their home country to buy tickets and pay for visas. They left behind established careers, social reputation, family, and friends. They can't call mom and ask for money because their currency is worth 5 times less. They can't go back empty-handed because the shame of failure in front of the family would be unbearable. When you eliminate Plan B, your brain enters hyperfocus mode on Plan A. The Canadian middle class is addicted to Plan BS. If my business fails, I'll go back to my corporate job. If I don't like this boss, I'll quit and travel for a year. This thinking creates weakness. If you want the wealth mindset, you need to cut the bridges. Put yourself in a position where financial success is the only logical outcome for your survival. Pressure turns coal into diamonds. Without pressure, you are just dust in the wind. Chapter 3. The Status Immunity, the Math of Humility. Here is the immigrant's biggest tactical and financial advantage, the death of ego. In their home country, maybe they were a respected lawyer, a senior engineer, a bank manager. Here, in Canada, they start cleaning floors. They deliver Uber Eats in the snow. They work construction at 5 a.m. Do you think that is humiliating? They think it is strategy. The average Canadian, especially the young adult, is trapped in the status trap. He just got out of college. He feels he deserves the car of the year. He needs to live in the cool condo downtown to post on Instagram. He needs to eat out every Friday night and order expensive drinks. He spends money he doesn't have to impress people he doesn't like, to maintain an image that doesn't exist. He has dignity. And dignity is very expensive. The immigrant has status immunity. He already lost his status when he moved countries. He has no one to impress here. He doesn't mind living in a basement with donated furniture he found on the curb. He doesn't mind driving a rusty 2005 Toyota, as long as the engine runs. He doesn't mind taking a cold lunchbox to work while colleagues buy $20 lunches. Why? Because he isn't playing the appearance game. He is playing the accumulation game. Let's go to the math. While the local spends 95% of their salary maintaining lifestyle and appearance, the immigrant lives on 40% and invests or saves 60%. This difference, compounded over 10 years, creates a wealth gap. The immigrant accepts looking poor today to be truly rich tomorrow. The local demands looking rich today, and that is why they will be poor forever. Swallow your pride. Pride is the highest tax you pay in life. Chapter 4. The Infinite Time Fallacy, Urgency. Another brutal difference is the perception of time. In Canada, there is a culture of take your time. Oh, you're 30, you're still finding yourself. It's okay to work part-time at a cafe. Summer is short. Let's enjoy the weekends at the cottage. The immigrant doesn't have this luxury. He feels the clock is ticking against him. He feels he is late. He lost years in the immigration process. He needs to make up for lost time. While the local works 35 or 40 hours and complains about work-life balance, the immigrant works 60, 70 hours. He has the main job, the side hustle at night, and studies on the weekend. Is it healthy long-term? Maybe not. But short-term, this intensity creates exponential results. There is a hunger to make it happen now. If the sink breaks, the Canadian calls a plumber and waits 3 days. The immigrant opens YouTube, learns to fix it, and solves it in 2 hours. This is called resourcefulness. This ability to solve problems fast and cheap is the foundation of entrepreneurship. Chapter 5. The Opportunity Goggles. What is dirty work? I hear it every day in the comments. Canada is broken. Everything is expensive. You can't live. Usually, the people saying this suffer from abundance blindness. They focus so much on what is getting worse, they forget what still works. The immigrant looks at the same scenario and sees gigantic market gaps. He sees where the Canadian is lazy. Nobody wants to work on home renovations because it's dirty and tiring? Great, I'll open a renovation company and charge $100 an hour. Nobody wants to do commercial cleaning at midnight? Great, I'll take the contract. Trucking is lonely? Great, I'll buy a truck. Wealth in Canada is no longer in corporate offices with air conditioning. Those salaries have stagnated. Wealth is in blue-collar jobs transformed into businesses. Immigrants dominate service sectors, construction, logistics, and transport. Why? Because it's hard work. And in a society addicted to comfort and computer screens, no one wants to get their hands dirty. Where there is laziness, there is profit margin. If you are willing to do what the majority refuses to do, you will be paid like the minority. You don't need a passport. I didn't make this video to blindly praise immigrants. There are lazy immigrants and there are hardworking Canadians. I made this video to tell you that being an immigrant isn't about where you were born or the color of your passport. It is a state of mind. You could have been born in Toronto's most expensive hospital, be a sixth-generation Canadian, and adopt the immigrant mindset tomorrow morning. How? Remove your own mental safety net. Stop counting on help from parents or the government. Burn your boats. Commit fully to your goal. Kill your ego. Sell the car you can't afford. Stop trying to impress. Work with urgency. Act like you are late. The unfair advantage is available to anyone brave enough to give up comfort. The world owes you nothing. Canada owes you nothing. No one is coming to save you. The government is not your father. The immigrant has known this since the day they stepped off the plane with 2 suitcases and a dream. The question is, when will you realize it? If you are ready to adopt this mindset, no matter where you came from, write in the comments our new philosophy: burn the boats. Let's turn this channel into an army of people who refuse the comfort of mediocrity. Welcome to the Wealth Mindset. I'll see you in the next video.